Welcome, little one. Join Oma in her rocking chair as we're ready to sit and listen to some more poetry about spring. This poetry about spring is going to help us keep in mind what spring is waking everything up and the rain that comes with spring to water everything that's going to start to grow. So that's where a lot of the focus is on tonight's reading. So sit back, cuddle up with Oma, relax, close your eyes if you want, and listen to the sounds of spring. The first one is called Rain. The rain is raining all around. It falls on field and tree. It rains on the umbrella here and on the ships at sea. Next one is Night and Day. When the golden day is done, through the closing portal, child and garden, flower and sun, vanish all things mortal. As the blinding shadows fall, as the rays diminish, under evening's cloak, they all roll away and vanish. Garden darkened, daisy shut, child in bed, they slumber. Glowworm in the highway rut, mice among the lumber. In the darkness houses shine, parents move with candles, till on all the night divine turns the bedroom handles. Till at last the day begins, in the east a breaking, in the hedges and the winds, sleeping birds awaking. In the darkness, shapes of things, house, trees, and hedges, clearer grow, and sparrows' wings beat on window ledges. These shall wake the yawning maid, she the door shall open, finding dew on garden glade, and the morning broken. There my garden grows again, green and rosy painted, as at eve behind the pane, from my eyes it fainted. Just as it was shut away, toy-like in the even, here I see it glow with day under glowing heaven. Every path and every plot, every bush of roses, every blue forget-me-not, where the dew reposes. Up, they cry, the day is come, on the smiling valleys. We have beat the morning drum. Playmate, join your allies. Okay. Our next one is called Nest Eggs. Birds all the sunny day flutter and quarrel here in the arbor-like tent of the laurel. Here in the fork, the brown nest is seated. 4 little blue eggs the mother keeps heated, while we stand watching her, staring like gabies. Safe in each egg are the birds' little babies. Soon the frail eggs they shall, chip and unspringing, make all the April woods merry with singing. Younger than we are, O children, and frailer, soon in blue air they'll be, singer and sailor. We, so much older, taller, and stronger, we shall look down on the birdies no longer. They shall go flying with musical speeches, high overhead in the tops of the beeches. In spite of our wisdom and sensible talking, we on our feet must go plodding and walking. Okay. Let me get my other book. Okay. This one is called To a Mountain Daisy. Wee, modest, crimson-tipped flower, thou's met me in an evil hour, for I maun crush among the stour thy slender stem. To spare thee now is past my power, thou bonny gem. Alas, it's no thy neighbour sweet, the bonny lark, companion meet, bending thee 'mang the dewy wheat, with speckled breast, when upward springing, blithe to greet the purpling east. Cold blew the bitter biting north upon thy early humble birth, yet cheerfully thou glinted forth amid the storm, scarce reared above the parent earth thy tender form. The flaunting flowers our gardens yield, high sheltering woods and ways maun shield, but thou beneath the random bield of clod and stain adorns the histy stibble field, unseen alane. There in the scanty mantle clad, the snawy bosom sunward spread, thou lifts thy unassuming head in humble guise, but now the share uptears thy bed, and low thou lies. Such is the fate of artless maid, sweet floweret of the rural shade, by love's simplicity betrayed and guileless trust, till she, like thee, all soiled is laid, low I the dust. Such is the fate of simple bard, on life's rough ocean luckless starred, and skilful he to note the card of prudent lore, till billows rage and gales blow hard and whelm him o'er. Such fate to suffering worth is given, who long with wants and woes has striven, by human pride or cunning driven, to misery's brink, till wrenched of every stay but heaven, he ruined sink. Even thou who mourn'st the daisy's fate, that fate is thine, no distant date. Stern ruin's plowshare drives, elate, full on thy bloom, till crushed beneath the furrow's weight shall be thy doom. It was by Robert Burns. This one is called The Forsaken Merman, and it is by Matthew Arnold. Come, dear children, let us away, down and away below. Now my brothers call from the bay, now the great winds shoreward blow. Now the salt tides seaward flow, now the wild white horses play, champ and chaff and toss in the spray. Child dear, let us away, this way, this way. Call her once before you go, call once yet, in a voice that she will know. Margaret, Margaret. Children's voices should be dear. Call once more to a mother's ear. Children's voices wild with pain. Surely she will come again. Call her once and come away. This way, this way. Mother dear, we cannot stay. The wild white horses foam and fret. Margaret, Margaret. Come, dear children, come away down, call no more. One last look at the white-walled town and the little gray church on the windy shore. Then come down. She will not come, though you call all day. Come away, come away. Children dear, was it yesterday we heard the sweet bells over the bay? In the caverns where we lay, through the surf and through the swell, the far-off sound of a silver bell? Sand-strewn caverns, cool and deep, where the winds are all asleep, where the spent lights quiver and gleam, where the salt weed sways in the stream, where the sea beasts ranged all round feed in the ooze of their pasture ground, where the sea snakes coil and twine, dry their mail and bask in the brine, where great whales come sailing by, sail and sail with unshut eye. Round the world forever, and I? When did music come this way? Children dear, was it yesterday? Children dear, was it yesterday? Call yet once, that she went away. Once she sate with you and me, on a red gold throne in the heart of the sea, and the youngest sate on her knee. She combed its bright hair, and she tended it well, when down swung the sound of a far-off bell. She sighed, she looked up through the clear green sea. She said, I must go, for my kinsfolk pray in the little gray church on the shore today. 'Twill be Easter time in the world, ah me, and I lose my poor soul, merman, here with thee. I said, go up, dear heart, through the waves, say thy prayer, and come back to the kind sea caves. She smiled, she went up through the surf in the bay. Children dear, was it yesterday? Children dear, were we long alone? The sea grows stormy, the little ones moan. Long prayers, I said, in the world they say. Come, I said, and we rose through the surf in the bay. We went up the beach by the sandy down, where the sea stalks bloom to the white-walled town, through the narrow paved streets, where all was still, to the little gray church on the windy hill. From the church came a murmur of folk at their prayers, but we stood without in the cold blowing airs. We climbed on the graves, on the stones worn with rains, and we gazed up the aisle through the small leaded panes. She sate by the pillar, we saw her clear. Margaret, hist, come quick, we are here. Dear heart, I said, we are long alone. The sea grows stormy, the little ones moan. But ah, she gave me never a look. For her eyes were sealed to the holy book. Loud prays the priest, shut stands the door. Come away, children, call no more. Come away, come down, call no more. Down, down, down. Down to the depths of the sea. She sits at her wheel in the humming town, singing most joyfully. Hark what she sings. O joy, for the humming street, and the child with its toy, for the priest and the bell and the holy well, for the wheel where I spun and the blessed light of the sun. And so she sings her fill, singing most joyfully till the spindle drops from her hand and the whizzing wheel stands still. She steals to the window and looks at the sand, and over the sand at the sea, and her eyes are set in a stare, and anon there breaks a sigh, and anon there drops a tear, from a sorrow-clouded eye, and a heart sorrow laden, a long, long sigh. For the cold, strange eyes of a little mermaiden, in the gleam of her golden hair. Come away, away, children. Come, children, come down. The hoarse wind blows colder. Lights shine in the town. She will start from her slumber when gusts shake the door. She will hear the winds howling, will hear the waves roar. We shall see, while above us the waves roar and whirl, a ceiling of amber, a pavement of pearl. Singing, here came a mortal, but faithless was she, and alone dwell forever the kings of the sea. But children, at midnight, when soft the winds blow, when clear falls the moonlight, when spring tides are low, when sweet airs come seaward from heaths starred with broom, and high rocks throw mildly on the blanched sands a gloom. Up the still, glistening beaches, up the creeks we will hie, over banks of bright seaweed the ebb tide leaves dry. We will gaze from the sandhills at the white sleeping town, at the church on the hillside, and then come back down, singing, there dwells a loved one, but cruel is she. She left lonely forever the kings of the sea. Okay. This next one is called Ode to a Skylark by Percy Bysshe Shelley. Like a poet hidden in the light of thought, singing songs unbidden till the world is wrought, to sympathy with hopes and fears it needed not. Hail to thee, blithe spirit, bird thou never wert, that from heaven or near it hearest thy full heart in profuse strains of unpremeditated art. Higher still and higher from the earth thou springest, like a cloud of fire the blue deep thou wingest, and singing still dost soar, and soaring ever singest. In the golden lightning of the sunken sun, o'er which clouds are brightening, thou dost float and run, like an unbodied joy whose race is just begun. The pale purple even melts around thy flight, like a star of heaven in the broad daylight. Thou art unseen, but yet I hear thy shrill delight. All the earth and air with thy voice is loud, as when night is bare from one lonely cloud, the moon rains out her beams, and heaven is overflowed. What thou art we know not. What is most like thee? From rainbow clouds there flow not drops so bright to see, as from thy presence showers a rain of melody. Like a poet hidden in the light of thought, singing hymns unbidden till the world is wrought, to sympathy with hopes and fears it heeded not. Teach us, sprite or bird, what sweet thoughts are thine. I have never heard praise of love or wine that panted forth a flood of rapture so divine. Chorus, hymeneal, or triumphal chaunt, matched with thine, would be all but an empty vaunt, a thing wherein we feel there is some hidden want. What objects are the fountains of thy happy strain? What fields or waves or mountains? What shapes of sky or plain? What love of thine own kind? What ignorance of pain? Teach me half the gladness that thy brain must know. Such harmonious madness from my lips would flow. The world should listen then, as I am listening now. Okay. This next one is called The Young Dandelion by Dinah Creak. I am a bold fellow as ever was seen, with my shield of yellow and my blade of green. You may uproot me from field and from lane, trample me, cut me, I spring up again. I never flinch, sir, wherever I dwell. Give me an inch, sir, I'll soon take an ell. Drive me from garden in anger and pride, I'll thrive and harden by the roadside. Not a bit fearful, showing my face, always so cheerful, in every place. Isn't that so true? Dandelions are hard to break down. They just want to thrive. Okay. This next one is called March, written by Celia Thaxter. I wonder what spendthrift chose to spill such bright gold under my windowsill. Is it fairy gold? Does it glitter still? Bless me, it is a daffodil. And look at the crocuses keeping tryst with the daffodil by the sunshine kissed. Like beautiful bubbles of amethyst, they seem blown out of the earth's snow mist. And snowdrops, delicate fairy bells, with a pale green tint like the ocean swells, and the hyacinths weaving their perfumed spells, the ground is a rainbow of asphodels. Who said that March was a scold and a shrew? Who said she had nothing on earth to do but tempests and furies and tempests to brew? Why, look at the wealth she has lavished on you. O March that blusters and March that blows, what color under your footsteps glows? Beauty you summon from winter snows, and you are the pathway that leads to the rose. Okay. Last one is called Written in March, and it's by William Wordsworth. The cock is crowing, the stream is flowing, the small birds twitter, the lake doth glitter, the green field sleeps in the sun, oldest and youngest are at work with the strongest. The cattle are grazing, their heads never raising. There are 40 feeding like one. Like an army defeated, the snow hath retreated, and now doth fare ill on the top of the bare hill. The plowboy is whooping, anon, anon. There's joy in the mountains, there's life in the fountains. Small clouds are sailing, blue sky prevailing. The rain is over and gone.